There is no way people are debating over Furina's signature weapon being worse than a 4-star weapon. It's Zhongli's signature all over again. What is going on? We've got powerful weapons and we have absolute disaster class weapons existing in Tevat. But one may ask the question, which 4-star weapons are actually the best and the worst in each category? So people of Tevat, grab your apple cider and the mysterious bolognese made by Lisa and enjoy the list. And by the way, I'm excluding Battle Pass and event exclusive weapons. Let's begin. Alright, starting with an interesting choice and a quite unusual one as well. The Sword of Descension, a PlayStation exclusive weapon. So why is this weapon the worst? Well, not only is it a PlayStation exclusive, it's also Traveler exclusive. Without any of the two criteria above, you lose all the stats. And suddenly, this exclusive weapon doesn't sound too attractive anymore. What was the thought behind this sad stick? No refinements, lowest attack, mimics the 3-star weapon and doesn't work outside PlayStation. Dang, such a useless 4-star weapon. Well, at least the design looks somewhat good with the Traveler. Alright, let's not completely trash this weapon. I mean, for a beginner weapon for the Traveler, it's quite good before you reach AR20. However, if we exclude console exclusives, then the Flute is by far the worst 4-star weapon. Why? Quite underwhelming stats and flexibility. It does go alright with Chi-Chi, I guess, but other than that, it's not a great sword at all. Imagine a sword that can keep your skill and burst at all times and fits up to at least 10 characters. The Sacrificial and Favonius swords share the spot for the best swords as 4 stars. Huge amount of energy recharge, energy regeneration, eliminates the skill cooldown, and can be switched over to other characters without losing its purpose. These swords are made for sub DPS and support characters that are in need to keep their burst at all times. I mean 60% ER? Dang! It's good with Furina, Bennett, Xingqiu Jin and many more, making both of these swords equally the best choice. So whenever you wish for them, make sure to at least lock them in so you don't just use them as refinements, I guess. So you are a Catalyst weapon user and suddenly you deal this type of damage. Jesus, what was that? Replay that. What the hell is this? The worst Catalyst weapon is definitely the Eye of Perception. Why? All it does is offer you additional physical damage and you have a 50-50 chance to activate it. What gambling addict made this crap? As a new player, I didn't know if this weapon was good or not. Well, materials well spent. This useless spinning blade of disappointment will not satisfy any of your main DPSs, unless you run Lisa only gameplay and you need to somehow defeat the Electro Slime with physical damage. Anyhow, at first glance this weapon attracts attention because of its high attack percentage and even more attack percentage in the substat. But don't get fooled by that. No Catalyst character so far as of 6.1 deals physical damage. People use this to add attack percentage from the main stat as a substitute. You'd be better off with a 3-star instead. If Eye of Perception is the worst Catalyst weapon for main DPS classes, then in reverse, we've got the Widsith weapon that does the job 10 times better. Your main DPS characters will turn their frown upside down. This weapon is quite versatile and effective for any Catalyst user. It offers decent crit damage, attack percent increase, increase of elemental damage bonus, and elemental mastery. Whoa, this is so much. But here's the catch. They will gain random theme song.
Almost here.
The monster?
The theme song.
What?
The bad guy's theme always plays before the final battle.
You are not guaranteed to get the specific theme corresponding to your desired buff, so keep that in mind. The Widsith works with DPS, sub-DPSs and even support characters. So whenever you get it, use it. And when you get R5 of this Catalyst, man, this weapon rivals 5-star signature weapons. So make sure not to sleep on it. Oh my Archon, imagine you gain over 69 damage bonus from a bow, and yet still be the most useless one for all bow characters available. The spot goes to the Pound bow. Jeez, cover your eyes people, don't look at it. Now who the heck even made this metal junk? This is the highest physical damage bonus we've ever witnessed in Genshin, and yet there are no bow characters specialized in physical damage. It's not even good on Yoimiya. Dang. Look, if you wish to run a physical damage DPS, then be my guest. You will quickly reconsider your choices mainly because there isn't a big team play for this build. I guess Amber and possible Fischl can, or maybe barely make use of it. I have one thing to say. Spare your materials as far away from this craftable weapon. Yeah, it's craftable. Now spend your precious time gathering rocks and these relics for it. 5 times just so you can shoot 2.4% faster. Whoa, what happened to my Fischl? Why she's all smug like that? Okay, we are back at it again. Very tight decision between 2 great bows. I'll pick one this time. Between the stringless and Favonius Warbow, it has to be the stringless. Otherwise, this will be a top 5 best Favonius weapons and everything else. Don't get me wrong here, but Favonius Warbow is still a great and flexible contender, but the stringless is a sub DPS paradise. This bow is amazing, mainly because of its high attack and elemental mastery. However, this weapon shines in its substats section. Elemental skill and burst damage increase by 24% at all 1. Whoa, such simple description, such power. Oh, and let's not forget, it works with DPS characters as well, like Tainari, Tortaglia, and maybe Yelan as well. Nonetheless, if you truly need a huge damage boost, then the stringless is your pick for it. So don't just casually look away from it because it looks so simple. That's how Julius Caesar started to conquer the Mediterranean. The worst Claymore in Genshin is probably not the bell. How is that possible? That spot is reserved for the snow-toned star silver Claymore found in Dragonspine. Are you surprised? I know I am. Because who uses this Claymore in the Big 25? Snow-toned star silver is known to be a DPS Claymore for physical damage. Pretty much anyone can deal physical damage. But as you know, physical damage isn't treated well in Genshin nowadays. This Claymore increases your damage bonus and deals AoE if hit with a normal or a charge attack. If the enemy is affected by Cryo, by the way. This would mean that Fremine and Eli will most likely get use of it. Oh boy, even if it fits them, this Claymore won't save them from dealing more damage. Unfortunately, Fremine and Ila are considered to be the lowest tier characters today. Ouch. For these mains, pay respect to them whenever you see them next time. Alright, hear me out. Whoever is forging these weapons in Mondstadt is an absolute gigacha for supplying the entire nation with energy recharge. Yet again, the best and most versatile weapon in Claymore class goes to Favonius Greatsword. This weapon packs a lot of energy recharge along with its regeneration, thus supporting your character to keep their burst at all times. It works pretty fine with Beidou, Noelle and Xiangyun, though Claymores in general are not too versatile in Genshin. Therefore, it was quite hard to pick a clear victor here. Other runners-up are the Sacrificial Greatsword and the unusual Akuamaru. Yeah, this one right here. The Polearm class weapons are probably the most unique ones out of all other classes. But nothing compares to the Teva's biggest disappointment that I can even think of anyone wanting to equip this metal stick. If you thought Capone Bows was a disaster, then meet its relative, the Crescent Spike. Oh Jesus Christ, what the f? It's probably crafted by Healers as an April Fool's joke. So where do I begin with this weapon? This Polearm comes with a 34% physical damage bonus and a measly 20% attack bonus after you picked up an elemental orb. In addition, this weapon is craftable. So if you want refinements for it, then don't do it. I don't recommend. Now, someone might say the footprint of the rainbow polearm should be the worst, but at least Kachina utilizes this weapon to the fullest. I mean seriously, I guess Rosaria as a main DPS can get some usage out of it, but who even uses her as a main DPS? Forgive me main Rosaria DPSs. Other than trying it out and then throwing it away, literally a 3-star weapon fits her more. The halberd and the white tassel. Oh hey, I'm fishing alright, because there's a specific weapon I want to obtain. The best polearm you can obtain is probably the catch from Inazuma Fishing Association. This spear is amazing. a good amount of energy recharge, elemental burst damage, and crit rate increase. Another polearm for Xiangling collection. The catch is extremely versatile and probably works with any polearm users. Shogun, Shenhe, Rosaria, Emily, and probably everyone else. I mean, to be fair, polearms are in general quite versatile from the beginning, unlike the Claymores. Most of the polearm's user damage come from the elemental bursts anyways, and the catch supports that. I must flex here since I have this weapon at R5, but here's the catch. The catch is quite a time-consuming weapon to obtain. You need to fish, the most boring feature in the entire game, but I know you'll do it, just so you can see Raiden Shogun smile. And here are the 5 best and 5 worst 4-star weapons that exist in Teyvat as of 6.0. Did you find this useful? No? Fair enough. Not every best weapon fits the character anyways. Do you have a favorite 4-star weapon? Well, please let me know. And did you finish your mysterious bolognese? You have no choice. Anyways, thank you and thanks for watching.